Hello and welcome back to MLB The Show 19 and the Jason Parham Road to the Show. I'm Tyrant Saber. It's a new year and a new season, so it's time to get out here with Jason in his 2025 season. Before we do, I wanted to take a quick look, because I forgot to do it in the bullpen video, at our new lineup. And the big ticket items that we have is that we lost a couple players to free agency and trades in the offseason, but we made a couple changes. Second baseman will be Sammy Castilla on a day-to-day basis. We still have pretty much the same left and right fielders, Hoskins and Harper. Our new center fielder will be Carlos Castro, and as you may have already seen, our third baseman will be former Red Sox and teammate of Jason, Rafael Devers. We got Jock Peterson DHing and sitting riding the pine otherwise. Morris Lamb remains our first baseman. Cam Gallagher is still behind the dish, and Jack Reinheimer still at shortstop. And then, in our rotation, it's pretty much the same story as last year. We got Jason Parham, Matt Trevino, Taijuan Walker, Carlton Leffler, and Ernest Zarate. In the bullpen, we got Seth Lugo, David Pugh, Jake Barrett, Kevin Coffey. Our setup men are Bill Copen and Silvino Braccio, and our closing pitcher is still Archie Bradley. So, as you can see, we still got a pretty strong starting rotation. The weakest, I would say we've even got a pretty good lineup, but the weakest point by far of our team is our bullpen. So, it's going to be incumbent on the defense and on the starting pitching to carry this team if we have any hope of reaching the postseason again. We're looking pretty good, though. We have the third strongest team in terms of roster, as ranked by the game. Best power, fifth best contact, 12th best pitching, fourth best defense, and 29th in speed. So we are looking pretty strong going into this season, but we are going to have to contend with these Rockies, who are certainly the best pitchers in this league. The Giants lost some of their A-list pitchers in this offseason. And it looks like the Rockies are going to be by far our strongest opposition. So that's going to be how we're going to have to go into this season. So let's get out here and get it. And in fact, it's going to be facing the San Diego Padres in Chase Field. Now, Jason has faced off against the Padres a grand total of, 8 times in his career. He has a 5-0 record against them, a 1.62 ERA, and a 2.12 WOBA. So hopefully I can get back into the swing of things here. It's been a while since I've recorded for Jason, but there's really nothing to it but to do it. So let's get out here and get it.
Chase Field in the capital city of Phoenix, Arizona, MLB Network is on the air. Today, the opener of this 4-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2025 Arizona Diamondbacks.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that can sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
Jason Parham gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to watch a 20-game winner from last season, and that's not an easy thing to do. He was really good from the beginning of the year all the way through the last month of the season. We'll see if he can have back-to-back years like he did last season.
Okay, here's how the Snakes are lining up defensively. Let's spot shadow Bryce Harper, and why wouldn't we? He's only one of the best players in the game. He puts it on the line every night in the field and at the plate.
Stepping in, Akinori Inaba, and we are ready for some
Leading
daytime
off the
baseball.
afternoon for San Diego, the center fielder.
Okay.
Number 40.
Jason out here, opening day, first pitch of the year. Let's get it going.
Here comes the first pitch.
First pitch is a two-seamer right down the pipe that Akinori Inaba fouls off at 1:10 in the afternoon here in a March afternoon in Phoenix. Arizona Diamondbacks wearing their 2001 throwbacks today, and Jason still rocking those teal those teal New Balances anyway.
Hey, nobody away. 0-1, here's the pitch. High and deep.
And another
down the
one
left field
straight down the
line.
pipe to
And
Inaba.
that will end up a foul
Jason
ball.
inviting some home runs here with his first couple pitches of the year. Obviously, we want to avoid that.
The windup
Inaba's
and the
not
0-2
a bit of a
pitch.
power threat. Hasn't
Pulled high in the air out to
hit a
left
home
field.
run
On
off
the
of
run
Jason
is
yet, and in
Hoskins.
fact, this is
He
just going to be a
has
fly
had
out to
great
left
effort
field.
to get
Reese
there
Hoskins has it, and that's the first out of the year.
inning. At the plate, Colin Pulliam, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Colin Pulliam, I think a rookie for the Padres, or at least somebody I haven't seen yet.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1.
Jason hitting all the wrong spots today.
84 degrees is our first pitch temperature.
See if we can't get one below the zone. Well, there we go.
The zone. That's ball 1.
Well, that's not where he wanted that curveball. It kind of backed up and stayed in. That can be effective sometimes, but it usually doesn't have the same hard bite.
Got a swing and a miss on the cutter there. Finally, strike 2.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now, with such an uptick in velocity,
Try a
these
slider
guys are
down and
working
away. No
north-south.
showtime on it
That's
yet.
just a great elevated fastball.
That is sprayed down the third base line.
The season is going to be for
And
extra bases.
Third baseman Rafael Devers can't get to that, so with one out, Colin Pulliam gets himself a double
You can see that he was thinking
here in the first.
right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Well, one of the things that I wanted to call out but forgot to do
Batting third, the shortstop.
Stepping in
was
now,
mention the
Dave
fact that
Britt,
Jason
batting left-handed
had a
here.
batting
He
average
takes a
on
look at
balls in
strike
play
1.
last year of
For a chance to drive in a
.260,
run
and as
here in the
if you
early
know
going.
BABIP at all, you're aware that that's a stat that generally is closer to 300. And while Jason had had a higher than average BABIP the year before, this was a much lower BABIP than average and far different from the ones he's had in years prior. So I would not expect him to have nearly the same luck with balls in play this year, even if he does have a relatively good defense behind him.
Dan, just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside.
Dave
corner,
Britt
but
here
you can't do it on the
taps
inside
one
corner.
down
You're
and
gonna
away.
stick to one thing and stay
So we'll go ahead and
consistent
give
with
him a
it.
changeup down and away.
Hit out towards
That
second.
one's tapped over to second.
Cleanly.
Sammy Castilla's got it, and that's the second out of the inning. Now here comes Cristobal Faraday.
Runner in scoring position with two gone.
So we'll see what this guy can do here. Another face and name that Jason hasn't encountered before. Strike 1, swinging on the cutter up and in. He was late on it. call from Cam Gallagher behind the dish is another cutter inside off the plate.
And that finds
Catches the inside corner for strike 2.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up.
Two-seamer down and away, gets swung on and missed. He was late on it. So the call is up and away. Two-seamer. Just off the corner. Little high.
There's your textbook waist pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes
got some
back
good
with
bite on that
fastball
two-seamer, though.
Drops a hammer off.
Here we go now. Come on.
Track curveball. Swing and a miss on one in the dirt.
Strike 3 in the dirt.
That's a strikeout for Jason, his first of the year, and that will end the inning.
One left for San Diego. And now the Diamondbacks will get their first turn at it. No score. Now in the box, Mackenzie Chamberlain. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
So we're going to try to get a strikeout this inning and end it without allowing a run. It's our goal always, but you know, some innings work better than others. Two-seamer slides off the plate. Ball 1. Hopefully Jason just needs to warm up a little bit here in his first regular season outing. He had a reasonably good spring training. I forgot what his exact numbers were, but I think he had about a 2 ERA. Allowed a couple home runs. Change up, bottom of the zone, strike 2. Give him one high and outside. Taps one just on the black. He was late on it. So how about we give him one up and in? I don't like that spot from Cam Gallagher. I think he's going to go looking for that one. So we'll try two-seamer up and in. And he caught him looking. Have a seat, sir, and get comfortable. Now, Bradford Robinette is a dude I believe was on the Rockies in past years. He's a free agent now, apparently, or got dealt. But now he is on the Padres. Swing and a miss at the gas, 96 on the inside part of the plate for strike 1.
And get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
Slider away is the call.
Come on, big dog, get your pitch.
Give him the best one we can without using showtime. A little bit outside.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious.
Cutter down and away. He was late on it, but he squared it up pretty good. Slider again outside the zone. Give it to him, I guess. Swing and a miss on the slider just outside the zone. That's 2 Ks right now. Third on the day for Jason, and that's 2 away in the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
I bring up Jorge Alfaro, former Phillies catcher. Traded to the Marlins this past offseason in our world.
Into the box now. Jorge Alfaro.
Playing now for the Padres in Jason's timeline.
Changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive.
Here we go, kid. Here we go.
Swing and a miss on a two-seamer that runs inside. That's strike 1.
Fastball like that. It's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
The 1-1.
Change up down and away. Not away enough, but that one was inside, and he was early on it for strike 2.
And that hitter's eyes lit up, and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
Fouls off the cutter.
Here as we play inning number 2.
Calls now for a slider down and away.
Hey, get your pitch up there. Let's
And that's a swing and a miss. Warm up the bench because Jason just struck out the side. Way to go, Jay.
We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Now at the plate, Mookie Betts. As we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
Mookie Betts obviously still on the Red Sox in our timeline, but he was traded to the Padres, I think, maybe the year after Jason left him.
First pitch on its way.
Or else he signed his free agent contract with them. I don't remember exactly how that played out. Curveball low for ball one.
Hey, have a rip at it up there, huh?
And changeup just below the zone for ball one. Next call is a two-seamer on the outside corner. Not always a fan of this one, but it can work. Popped straight up behind home plate. Cam Gallagher has it. First out of the inning. Which will bring up pitcher Mike Vento, former teammate of Jason's. Teammate of his on the Chihuahuas, teammate of his on the Padres too, I think. Fouls one off for strike one.
Third inning, no score to this point.
Give him a two-seamer low and outside. Swing and a miss. I think it was way early on that one.
Hey, if
Yep,
he's able to execute that two-seamer down and away consistently, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He's going to get a lot of weak contact. He might even get a few knots on some people's shins.
Swing and a miss. Two-seamer inside. And that'll be his fifth strikeout of the day so far.
About blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
And that'll bring Akinori Inaba back up. I believe the last time we saw him, Inaba was on the Royals. I'm not sure if this was a trade or if he got dealt, or rather, if this was a trade or a free agency deal. But pop fly to right field. Harper's got it, and that will end this inning.
3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Home half of the third coming up. No score. The pitcher, Jason Parham, steps
Well,
up.
they got a runner on first for Jason here.
Indeed on right here.
Miserable
effort there. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Slow roller left side.
Ah,
Scooped up to second for
sack
one.
bunt did not, or well, that was probably a sack bunt situation, but even then, didn't work so well. Double play ball, and that'll end the inning.
5-4 to 3. Ready for another chance? He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat.
So here's Colin Pulliam again. Got himself a double first time off of Jason. Left a slider up in the zone.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Two-seamer just off the plate for ball one.
Here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good
Another
command of
pop-up
their off-speed
straight up.
pitches. This is
Cam Gallagher's got it. No problem. That's the first out of the fourth.
Make the play in foul territory for the first out.
Hey, one down, one down.
Now batting, Dave Britt. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's
That
the first
curveball
pitch.
first pitch.
And that misses
Just
for
below
ball
the
one.
zone for ball one. Well, if you're going to throw it, that's the place to put it. Two-seamer up and in.
Good take there to lay off
A little
high
above the
fastball.
zone there. Ball two.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet
Try a
he's not
changeup
going
now,
to
low
hold
and
back.
away.
Hit on the ground
That
for
is
short.
into the gap, but Jack Reinheimer,
And they'll have no
I
play
usually
as he
think of
reaches
him as a
first
pretty
base
sure
safely.
glove, but he couldn't make the play on that one, and that's a base hit for Dave Britt with one away in the inning.
Right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Borderline call there, but it's a ball there.
Faraday Stands 6'2" as you see him in the left-handed batter's box. He was taken in the very late rounds.
Two-seamer, 96 on the gun, and that's a strike one.
For everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
There's a swing.
He's going to try to wave that one fair,
for the right field corner.
but it's going to fall foul.
But instead it's a foul ball.
So he was early on that. Calls for a two-seamer down and away. Give it to him.
Tough pitch to lay off there,
Good motion on that one, but it dips just below the zone for ball two.
Early as we're scoreless in inning number 4.
Give him a cutter up and in. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Faraday, and that'll be the second out of the inning.
You kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
In now, Mackenzie Chamberlain.
Curveball just off the plate. Getting a lot more balls than I'm used to seeing here, but hopefully we can keep them from punishing it. They're running on it. Ran on the two-seamer. Jason did not slide step on that one. Generally don't do much slide step or runner control because I just have more confidence in Jason's ability to get the batters out than try to worry about the runners. That may come back to bite us. But all the same, that is a stolen base for Dave Britt here with Chamberlain at the plate.
Hey, place it first. Place it first. Come on, do that.
Goes reaching for that two-seamer outside the zone. Can't do anything with it. Gonna go ahead and use a little showtime on this changeup. Down and away. Make sure it goes exactly where I want it. And he taps it down. Can't get to it. Oh, cutter. Cutter's really working today. Second strikeout on the day for Chamberlain, and that'll end the fourth.
Keep him out of danger. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Stepping up now.
Bradford Robinette back up to bat here. Top of the fifth. Still flying by. Arizona has no run. Same with San Diego.
Move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Hey, see them driving here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
That is just off the foul line, so that is going to be strike two.
Hey, see it drive it. See it drive it.
Try a two-seamer inside. That's also foul. How about now a slider down and away?
Another 0-2 home. Now a swing.
Goes reaching for it, but it's right at Morris Lamb, who can take it in, and that's the first out of the fifth.
Digging in.
Bringing up Jorge Alfaro here.
Ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First offering on its way.
Swing and a miss on the changeup. Early on that one, expecting the fastball. Give him the same spot, but a fastball. And that's just low for ball one.
Plays that one now.
In for strike.
Changeup inside, strike two. Two-seamer up and in. Looking to chop some lumber, but that one's not going to happen. Curveball right on the corner. Strike three called. Jorge Alfaro down for strikes on the second time today. Got that backwards. Down on strikes for the second time today, rather. Try a curveball to Betts. First pitch. Another strike on the corner with that 12-6.
Hey, I don't blame him right there. Giving up on that inside curveball, little front hipper. That's a tough pitch. You just can't figure out where the point of contact should be.
Let it fly right here.
Go outside with the curveball is now is the call.
Line drive to left.
Line into left field.
And
Reese
he'll get
Hoskins
there in
has
plenty
it.
of time to put
That'll
this
end the
one
inning.
away, and that ends the inning. Padres down in order. Halfway
Game's
home,
whizzing
still
by
no
here.
score.
Going into the latter half of the game, still tied at nothing.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Mike Vento.
The pitcher, Mike.
First pitch of the
64
at-bat
pitches
on its
through
way.
5 for Jason. This is the 6th inning.
There's a cold strike on a fastball up in the zone. We're seeing more of that from pitchers nowadays. With the launch angles, guys are looking for the ball down in the zone. If a pitcher can pitch up in the zone. Like
Swing and a miss.
right there.
97 on the gun for Jason.
Behind 0-2
He's hit
now.
his
No one out now.
recharge, and now he's throwing straight fire at the plate. Give him a slider inside on the hands.
And the Padres
Just
pitcher
below the
behind
zone,
with
no
a 1-2
swing, and that's a
count.
ball.
Well, that's a great take there right there on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot.
Swing and a miss. Two-seamer up and away.
And he
Second
punches
strikeout
out
on the
another
day
one,
for
making
Mike
9
Vento, and that'll be 9 on the day for Jason.
Two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Akinori Inaba back up to the plate.
Akinori, Inaba.
Into the box, Akinori Inaba. As he will take
Two-seamer
strike one on
straight down the
fastball here,
pipe.
No balls and a strike. He's hitless in his
Inside
2
half of the
at-bats
plate,
so
rather,
far.
and that's at 96.
1-1.
Curveball.
San Diego's leadoff
Ducks
batter.
down, ball 1.
Hey, get your pitch up there, huh?
A good
Two-seamer
action on the
just
two-seamer
on the
there, and
black.
it's 1-2.
Great spot for that one, and maybe a favorable call a little bit. So we'll try a change up down and in, same spot.
Swung on,
Fouls
but
that
it's
one
low
off
foul wide of
very
third.
early on that one. So we'll give him a slider down and away.
And he lays off
Twitches
the
at the
outside.
slider
Even at
just
2-2.
off the black, and that's ball
Broke out
2.
the sweeping slider right there and just missed
Hey,
off
get
the
your pitch
edge.
up there,
If he
kid.
would have
Let's go
caught the
now.
corner right there, I think he's got a backwards K.
Try a cutter up and in. Swing and a miss.
Struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts.
10 strikeouts on the day for Jason, and he is dealing out
I'll
here.
tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left
Come
in
on,
this
big
one.
guy. See it drive.
Next
See
to
it
the
drive.
Padres,
At the plate, Colin
third baseman.
Pulliam. First 2 men in the
Colin
inning have both gone down
Pulliam.
via the punch-out, so we'll see if he
Strike
can fare
1
any
called
better.
on
No
the
balls
circle
and a
change.
strike to
Check
count.
swing was good timing. Just couldn't pull the trigger on it.
Good rip up there, huh?
The windup and the 0-1. He couldn't
Goes
pull
reaching
back
for that
as he
one, pulls
clearly
his sword
broke
on
the
it.
plane to the plate, and that'll be
That's
ruled a
strike 2.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Padres.
Starting up the buzzsaw.
And
Just
wow, tough to lay off
inside.
the fastball there,
97, no
but
swing.
Here we go now.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball,
Hey, let's go, kid.
just
One
off the
time right here.
corner, and I mean just off the corner.
swing and a liner. Foul.
Late on the curveball, or rather the changeup, it was a good contact. He just missed it, or was a little
Here we go.
bit late on it. Try that cutter up and in again.
High fly ball.
Fly
out
ball to
straightaway
center field.
Castro has a read on it.
Castro's back there to
And
grab
the
it.
inning is over.
That will end the 6th.
3 up, 3 down for San Diego. We are still scoreless.
Something's got to give here. D-backs only have 1 hit on the day.
Let it fly. Let's go.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jason Parham.
Jason Parham.
We got a runner on second.
Hey, come on. Get ahead, stay ahead.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot.
Mike Vento's
1-0.
still out here at 62 pitches. He's pitching even more efficiently than Jason is today.
Let it fly.
Not sure how many strikeouts he's got yet, but
Ball and a strike.
hung a changeup way up in the zone, but
Both
right
teams
on the
with
black.
just 2 hits apiece thus far.
Curveball. That might have been a good one to hit, but Jason is late on it. 1-2 count now for him.
The 1-2.
That is just a grounder over to second, but it does the job of advancing the runner. Call it a swing and bunt.
Into the box now.
But the D-backs take advantage. They're now up 1-0 here in the top of the 7th, with Dave Britt coming up to the plate.
A lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a
Two-seamer just on inside, and that's strike one.
With the fastball, strike one.
Try another one up and away.
Fastball
Ball one
just
taken.
misses. That's ball one.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitch stead either.
Taps a two-seamer down, strike two.
Of the zone all game long.
Try a cutter up and in. That wasn't particularly up. Fouled off.
Hey, get on for us here.
Calls for a cutter up and in.
And it's
Goes reaching for one well inside.
Don't be shocked if this
At risk
pitcher
of
tries to
breaking
go
some lumber there on that one, but that's what we want to see. Try a changeup down and away. Swing and a miss. Thanks for playing. Get off my plate.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a one-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important.
And that'll bring up Cristobal Faraday. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the day, trying to avoid the hat trick.
Faraday.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Cue shot here out towards short. And
Little bloop to shortstop, taken in quickly, and that's the second out of the inning. I'll bring up Mackenzie Chamberlain.
As they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big
Cutter up and in. I'm disregarding the call of my catcher, and that's going to result in a base hit here. Runner on first with 2 out in the inning.
As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out.
They will leave Jason in to face Bradford Robnett.
the entire game, but that leads to some high pitch counts, and that's the case here. After that hit, you have to wonder if he's starting
Popped
to get
straight up, though. Another infield fly. Cam Gallagher's got it. That will end the inning. So we'll see how much longer they leave Jason out here with this 1-run lead going into the top of the 8th. He's going to be left in to face Jorge Alfaro. D-backs still only have the 1-run lead, so Jason's got to protect that. Can't say that I blame the D-backs coaching staff. The bullpen is kind of a weakness at this point in the season. We may have to do some deals to improve the outlook there.
And the pitch. And I believe
Goes swinging after that high outside two-seamer. Good timing on it. He just missed. I want to get this guy out quick. So let's give him a Showtime slider.
Got him. And that's the third time.
And 3 pitches. Give that man a hat. 3rd strikeout of the game for Jorge Alfaro.
3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly.
That's now 12 on the day for Jason.
Next to the Padres. The right
Here's
fielder.
Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie Betts now. Changeup outside corner, called for a strike.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Try another curveball. Taken for a strike.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Line shot at Jack Reinheimer, and he doesn't miss it. That is out number 2 on the inning, and I imagine we'll have a pinch hitter here for the pitcher.
Will pinch hit here.
We got Tony
He's the
Walters.
potential tying run.
For San Diego, number 14, Tony Walters.
Hey, you got it. No one better. Let's go. Come on, fellas. Let's go.
Ground ball right side.
And that is a slow roller to second. Sammy Castilla can range over in the gap to bring it in, and that will end the 8th inning.
Down in order. It remains 1-0.
So going into the top of the 9th, San Diego running out of outs. They got 3 to go to make something happen.
So striding in, Jason Parham.
And they are going to leave Jason in to take a hit here, bottom of the 8th with a runner on base.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to
High
stay with him.
fastball,
He's
could
been
not
exciting
hold
to
back
watch,
on it.
and he's really held
I
this
didn't see
crowd
who this
behind him the
was.
entire
Jeff
game.
Maurer.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
But we still got a run across here in the bottom of the 8th. Oh, that was a good one to hit.
Sometimes
I'm actually kind of hoping that they pull Jason after this inning just so that I can go use the restroom.
Not consistently. You still have to work the edges of the zone most of the time.
Now here's one hit.
That's a bloop into short right, and that's going to get a base hit here. Runner's coming home. Jason gets himself an RBI single on the day. Let's go. So Jason's got a 333 batting average on the season with an RBI. Not bad.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
And now all that's left is not to hurt ourselves running the bases here.
Carlos Castro.
And he fouls this one off.
One down now. One down. Hey, come on now, big dog. Get your pitch. Hey, come on,
The
guys.
1-2 misses for the second ball. Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw.
So, as things are right now,
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a
D-backs
miss as
could
they got
definitely
with
bring
the
a man
slider
on
there,
for the
2
save
away.
here.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base.
The second baseman.
We are up 3 runs, which is the maximum you can have to get a save. And he's got 1 inning left to pitch if they bring him on. And Jason's at something like 90 pitches, so imagine. You're really making the pitcher hold his base here. Jason is not a speed threat, man. He is not going to steal second on you.
Hey, keep it going up there. Your turn, your turn.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Here's the payoff pitch.
Swing and a miss, and that is going to end the inning.
And the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 9th inning coming
So we'll see if they leave Jason in to face the top of the order in the top of the 9th. They, in fact, are going to leave Jason in the game to close the game out. More than likely, not going to get a Maddox even if he does close this one out. But I don't know anyone who'd turn their nose up at a base hit. So Inaba gets himself a base hit here in the 9th.
The inning opens with the Padres getting their leadoff man on base.
And they'll leave Jason in.
Digging in now for San Diego. Colin Pulliam. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Change up straight down the pipe.
Dropped it in for a called strike.
Grandpa right now,
Ball, strike 1.
Hey, your turn now. No one better.
Cutter down and away. Misses the zone.
Gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Taps the changeup down. Strike 2. We'll go ahead and use Showtime on this one. Give him a curveball right on the corner. Hopefully, Swing and a miss. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted. I kind of wanted a double play on that ball, but regardless, that's 2 outs to go. Jason officially at 100 pitches now, so that is the outside the scope of the Maddox. We got 2 outs to go. We can still go for the completo.
Into the box now.
Ooh. Friendly call there from the ump. Change up on the out, or two-seamer outside the black, I would say.
A 1 pitch on its way. Hit on the ground.
Devers to Castilla to Lamb, and that will do it. Jason gets himself a complete game shutout on his first game of the season. Well, Jason comes in swinging in his first appearance of the year, and he comes out of it a winner, pitching for 9 innings, allowing 4 hits but no runs, and collecting 13 strikeouts on the day, collecting the win. He goes to 1-0 on the year, and he goes to 80-42 in his career. His ERA is a very respectable 0.00. His FIP is 0.27, and his xFIP is at 1.45. So that's going to do it for me. Until next time, I'm Tyrant Saber, and I will see you at the ballpark.